So yesterday we were trying to print the result of different functions, the one for calculating salary and the one for new salary. And
Yeah.
one was printing a new none. I mean, one printed a none, the other one printed a value.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Something seems to not be working.
Due to an error.
Yeah, it's not picking the earlier, the first method.
Yeah, even mine are stopped. Name salary, calculate salary is not defined.
It's not picking. So run hall.
Actually.
So run hall, it will pick.
But what does that mean? The salary,
Run hall.
calculate salary is not defined.
Oh, okay. It's still saying that.
Mm. Which is true. In this last one, actually, it's not defined. No, define new.
But
No,
it's
it
defined
is.
at the top.
It is. It's
On the other cell.
Oh, so you're saying now I stop the kernel, then I run all above, yeah?
All above, yes, you can also run all above. No, you don't run this other one. Just run hall. Run
Oh,
hall. Run. Okay.
okay.
Some,
Run all.
I have to restart the kernel.
Well,
Wow.
let me see. Okay, I think I'll run per individual and just see.
Okay, that. Just run the other cell that has the calculate salary.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, it will run. It will work if you run the other one also first, so that it can load.
mm.
Okay. One is not returning anything because we do not
Mm-hmm.
return anything. So a function is supposed to return a value so that the value can be used somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So this now you can comment this one, the one for line 17. Now that we've seen it's returning a none, we do not need it now.
Line 17.
Yeah, and also the 18. You can just comment it. Now I want us to work with the new calculate salary.
Ngoja kidogo.
Even this print using head of year salary. Okay, but you can just leave it. Okay. So
So
yes,
wait, so I comment on. Okay.
done for line 17, the one that is checking calculating salary from the earlier
Yeah,
function.
we have been left now with gross income equals new salary,
Salary, yeah. So
and then
yesterday we
print.
wanted to use to call bonus and then pass it the value that is being calculated from the new calculate salary.
Mm.
This is what we are getting. This is the gross income. So this is getting the value that is being returned by the new calculate salary. So meaning now we can call the calculate bonus using this value for gross income.
Mm-hmm. Just practically do it. Uh-huh.
So it's called calculate underscore bonus. So calculate underscore bonus.
I type, eh?
Yeah. Then I pass in gross underscore income, a variable now because it has a value.
Mm-hmm.
Run it.
So enter your total allowance. Basic salary. So using normal, your gross is, okay. But why is it still giving me your bonus is 400 twice?
How many statements did you have for calculate salary? Maybe that's why.
2. Oh no, calculate salary is
90,000. Then you use an gross. It's giving you 2 times, eh?
no, I'm saying even it's also giving you your bonus is 400, your bonus is 400.
Oh, okay. Remember we had done that. We had printed it before defining the new calculate salary.
Oh, yes.
Line 8. Maybe you can comment those lines so that they do not run. So that is how we mean by a function that has a return type. It's able to return something. The value can be used somewhere.
But you're saying so?
Because this new calculate salary is returning it's returning value, which is being we are using it to calculate the bonus because it's the gross income. Now to know how much bonus to give you.
Oh, so total allowance I can see. Basic salary Dogo is 90,000. So then the gross salary allowance, okay. So gross salary is going to be allowance, and then it returns not the gross. Okay.
You can also you can also return string text. It's not a must to return numbers only. For example, let's have a function here called employee profile. So employee profile.
So you're saying, oh, I start another cell. Eh?
Yeah. You want to build an employee profile.
And F is for to define the employer.
Yeah, this is to define the function. Yes. You can even return. Let me now do this one. It's very simple. So if okay, I think it will make more sense if we call this one. We pass the name, okay? Because I want us to check if you are a manager. We want to return a role.
Wait. Oh, you want to return? Okay, I think this. Wait, this to return a role. Okay, I think.
So we want to return employees who are managers only. So role equals.
So same profile. Also in okay.
Going to return role. Else we want to return.
Now you've confused me. So I work now with this one. I delete the older one, yeah?
The one that I defined role inside.
Yeah.
Yes, I've just defined. Notice that one now this.
Okay, let me see.
So I want to check if your role is a manager. Then you return. This is assuming we want to check whether someone is a manager.
He's a manager. return. Oh. Continue. Why is it having an error?
So here, if I call, let me say, let me call this employee. Passing, pass down, comma. There's nothing will happen here because you're not printing. Let's see what will happen. You will see somewhere here output. Here.
It's telling me. What was this? Man is telling me employee profile. Missing one required positional argument rule.
To provide both of them and you're calling it name and the role.
Oh, I've seen what the error is. Okay, it's still saying line 8, a syntax error. Okay, I've seen what I need to bracket both John and Nani. Okay, man, yes, I've got the same. Okay, yes, manager.
If you call here, maybe about it.
It will just return whatever you call, yeah?
Not a manager, because you're checking if you're
not a manager.
Yeah.
Wait, but was it defined that John is a manager?
It's because inside the function, remember we said if role is manager.
Oh, if role. Say that again, you said?
We said if inside the if, you just said if role is manager.
Oh, if, yeah.
So you can also return text.
So it will return John being a manager. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you work with return types. So today I wanted us to learn how to define what are classes and how to define classes, how to build class object, like that.
Wait, return.
This one you practice with the return types and the functions. I'll give more tasks for that. So let's create a new file for lesson 9.
Okay.
File. This is lesson 9. Okay, so let's have let me have a comment here. So now when you talk about classes, this is now when you want to model an object. An object can have attributes, and you also have functions or operations that can be done underneath that object. So, or how do you interact with an object? Those procedures for interacting with an object. So a class helps you to define, to model an object. That has properties and the procedures for working with it. For example, a person has a name, a person has a gender, a person has age, a person can be an employee or not, can be employed or not. A person speaks, a person eats, a person can run. Those now procedures. But how can you operate? How can you relate to a person? A person can build networks. You see, those are functions that what can a person do. The others are just the attributes. the names, gender, all that stuff. So to model such, we need an object. So we
So
say
wait, so you're saying an attribute is like, you're saying attributes are like, sorry?
what to describe a description for an object. A person
Oh,
has a name, a person has a gender, a person is employed or not. See?
mm,
Yeah. So a class is a blueprint
mhm,
building or creating objects. It's a form sub. It's a blueprint for creating objects. It will help you to model an object by defining what attribute it has and what function can be, what procedures can be done around that object. And then we use class keyword. So we use functions. We are using def. This one we're using this one we're using class or keyword to define an object.
mhm,
So if I have objects, a person, yes, person, I think because we did with an employee, let's work with an employee to be easier. I would choose it because I notice you seem to understand that when it's more practical. A person.
mm,
So this is how we define a class. You use the class keyword, then the name of the class, and then this time around you're not using lowercase or reading lowercase. The first letter is capital. This is the recommended way. Then again, it also has its indentation level. You put a full colon, then an employee has a name. So we write the
mhm.
name and do this space. An employee has a gender. These are attributes now I'm defining.
These are classes that you're defining, yeah?
Yes, defining class attributes. Or what we call member variables. Class attributes are also called member variables because they are variables. It's now the member. The class member are variables. The class is
Mhm.
an object, so it's members. That's from that word again. So as an employee has a role.
Mhm.
Let's say you can have so many roles. I mean,
Mm.
so many attributes. Let's use this one for an example. And then, what can an employee do? What some think an employee do? An employee has a description, an employee has a profile. How can you, if I was to interact with this an object, def, I can check your employee profile.
Mm. So aren't we starting now with a capital letter now?
This
For
is a
employee?
function. This is a function. Remember,
What is a function here?
a function now inside a class. Class methods or functions. We call them now methods because they are inside a function and we go inside a class. So an employee, let's print your name. Print first of all, let me just print something from here because before I can't follow that.
Mhm.
this one. I want to print the name that is there. Function. We have this salary description, job description. Print. Scientist. So let's use these two for now. So this
It
is
has
how
an error.
we can't run now. If you run it, nothing will happen. Now for a class, we just said it's a blueprint of for building a class. So we need to define to create an instance of a class. Create or define an instance. So we just come with an employee here. Employee one, maybe of the first employee, and equals. So let's print employee one and see what we get. So we are just creating the first instance of the class. We just give it a name, a variable. That's a variable now. A name, then you equals, you assign it the name of the class. So you can see this is a class. If you check its type, print type, you guess it's a class type. So you can also print it at the print.
Mine is returning an error.
Error. Yes.
Mine is still returning. There's still an error on line. Oh, I've seen why. It's job underscore description.
Yeah. If I want to print your name, I just say employee one dot name, because name is a member variable. It's been defined. It's an attribute for this class. If I say employee one dot name, oh, I need to print it so that you can include. So I want to print the employee's name. If I run this, I'll get failed. You can even print. You can try and print the employee and the gender. But gender. Get it's a female. This is how you access the member variables of a class.
How to access member variables of a class. So how to access member variable of a class is what you've said, eh? Employee.name.
Yes. Employee.name. This is that you will get the name printed.
So if I call gender, it should print. If I call role, it should print, yeah?
Yeah. You can even change.
True. Wait, let me call role. 1 minute. Okay,
For example,
no, it's okay, continue.
I can also change your name. Employee one dot name equals, now this is not pay and this is name James.
Oh.
Okay, let me print see uh, of employee one. So, so this is now James. Just updated that value.
Wait.
If I say
Oh.
one dot name equals James, I'm assigning it a new value.
So instead of calling it now employee one equals employee, and that employee, where is it calling? It's just maybe go to line 17.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. So employee one, employees, where is it calling? It's calling from?
This is a variable.
That's a
This is just a variable that we are assigning it the value of the class instance. Remember, I've just said here, we are creating an instance of a class. That instance is supposed to be held in a variable. Yes. This is a key thing to note. We are defining an instance. So that
yeah.
instance needs to be stored somewhere. So we introduce a variable. You can call it any name, even employee A. But now if you use A, you'll have to update all everywhere you've used because you get employee A not one not defined.
Yeah. Okay.
The reason why I said employee one is because I wanted us to also create another employee too.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So if I print, so I should print so James. So
It's gender because now James is a male.
so it should call James. Allah, mine not even. Where is it having an error? Oh, employee one dot gender.
Yeah.
No, dot name.
Yeah, it's they go to the other step of just copy paste.
Yeah, so if and then I think and then if I want to change from employee one dot gender, and then now I define it to be male.
Because now James is a male.
Yeah, so if I print employee one dot gender, so it should now call now James male. See, employee one dot gender. Where is it having an print employee? Oh.
So let's do this. Now let's call functions.
Okay.
Setting or calling.
Okay, okay. That has agreed.
Yeah, class functions. How do you call class functions? So the same thing we've done for calling the attribute. We just say employee one dot the function we have, it's employee profile. So employee underscore profile. Remember, this is a function and it will print something. So you just write it like that. Employee one dot employee profile. Oh, remember it's a function. So curly braces should be there. Not curly brace, sorry, the parentheses. Yet now it's printing fade. Let's update it so that it's like a sentence. The function, let's update it to say your name is so that we're able to differentiate them.
Well, have you wait? You're saying your name? Wait.
Yes, I've updated it on the employee profile. So like it's like a sentence. Is what you can
That's
use
on
it
line 13, Okay.
so that you're able to tell the difference between the name and the function. You can even print the other one employee one dot job description. Get So that's Faith still, but we change the instance to be James.
Oh, but mine, wait, mine spelling mistakes just misses it.
Writing too fast. Sorry, I'm the one doing too fast. So I'm
I'm doing
making
different employee one. Yeah, Faith is a data. Yes.
yeah. But remember, for this instance, we change the name to James. So we will fix that one. It's not supposed to tell us if you are paid, but yet we change the instance, the value in that instance. You see, in every instance,
Yeah,
you
I
can
thought it
use
should pick. I thought it should pick James. Why is it picking Faith? Because I mean, you're calling
coded
them.
it. We had
Huh?
coded it inside the print.
Oh, uko juu.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is hard coded. We'll fix that one after.
Okay.
After this, let's define another instance. Creating another. So many instances. One. Different people. You can be accessing this your bank account, checking balance. Me, I'm withdrawing. The other person is depositing. And after maybe checking balance, you also want to withdraw or deposit. But the same bank application. So that's because you're able to, the application is able to create different instances and give you different like every object is supposed to interact with its own data. So let's create employee two equals same employee. Now this employee, we do not want this employee to be called based on James. So this is another person. Maybe this is Betty. Betty is still a gender. Employee two of two the gender. Betty is a female. So you can print now employee two dot name.
Just go up a bit. I print. Just go up. Oh, it's employee. Yeah, it has. Yes, it has returned.
Yeah, that's how we. So let's define another. Let's not define another. I don't want to confuse you in this. I don't want to modify this. Let's create another one here. Dev. So let's this time round it maybe a cab, or a Uber. Let's just call Uber. Uber has every Uber has a driver, right? So a driver is Marina, and the Uber. Okay, this is the car itself. So if I put driver, probably it might not. Driver is another should be another object. What do you think? Although it can also have its driver. Let's say every Uber is attached because of course a Uber can be attached to a certain driver. So let's just leave it there. Maybe it has a car number plate. Number that's complete or just simply number plate so that you do not have a lot of typing. So this is KC 1, 2, 3. Another attribute a Uber can have. Maybe this Uber is the region. This is for Nairobi. It's not for Mombasa, Nairobi. Also a model. It can also the car model. Because when you're requesting, I think you're supposed to know when the model. So this is a chapter. Okay, those are enough. Those attributes are enough. So let's say you want to request ride. Print. You want to know which car we want to give you. Are you together, Faith? Hello? Faith?
Yeah, we are together. You're just slightly fast.
Oh, okay. Let me slow down a bit.
Okay, we can continue. Print. We can continue.
Yeah. Traverse. B is ready to pick you. Okay, let's create an instance of a Uber. Oh, this is not supposed to. Remember, you're creating instance outside the block for the class. So Uber, this is Uber A. Let's say Uber A so that you are able to differentiate between different instances. So dot request underscore right. Let's see if this one is working well. Okay.
Why am I having Uber with an uppercase capital letter?
Oh, okay. There's something. Did I use def or we are supposed to use class at the top? Sorry.
I thought, okay.
You also use def.
On top, we used class.
Yeah, I made a mistake and wrote def. So this is how we can make. Let's say if what happens if remember the way we are formatting a string. Instead of saying driver B, we just use the curly brace. Okay. Then dot format, and then now you pass in because you have a driver up here defined at the inside this class. Let's see what you get. You get driver not defined.
Wait, you've moved too fast. I'm still on. So Uber, wait, on line 1, the Uber should be in capital letter or lowercase?
The first letter is capital. That's the recommended.
It's recommended, as you said.
Yes, for classes.
Or for classes. So
Only.
that means even line 8 should be uppercase, yeah?
Which one?
Line 8.
The first Uber. No. This is a variable.
That's a variable.
The one is on the one on the right side is the one supposed to be the name of the class, exact name.
Okay.
This is a variable. It can't be. If you write it a capital U, it will now confuse you with the other. A variable you use a lowercase.
Okay, let me just request. Okay, I mean, no, request right.
Yeah, did you update it? We want to format and include the driver's name.
It's saying object is not an attribute.
Which? The driver?
So let me now, yeah, no, let me just go up again. I want to copy now line 7. I want to format the string. He's ready to pick you. Dot format. Driver, let's see. And run. Okay, it's telling me attribute error. Type object Uber is no attribute. Request rider.
Maybe there's something if no, don't share your screen. There's something probably you should not be getting that. You should not be getting the name driver is not defined. That's the error I was expecting you to get.
There.
It's still coming, right? Oh, you said rider in excess of ride. We are requesting a ride, not a
Oh,
ride.
oh gosh. Oh,
Okay.
request ride. Yes, because it's on. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
name driver is not
okay.
defined.
That's the error I was expecting, not any other. So
Why?
this
But the name driver is minor.
yes, but it's not this function. So far, it's not part of this instance. Uber A. It's not part of this instance. So to make it part of this instance, we introduce a self inside the parentheses. We write self so that it's part of the instance. So that we are able to operate. Every instance is supposed to operate with its own values. Get it? Because you can get Ubers are many, drivers are also many. So at certain instance, the Uber that you got, maybe it's minor. Then the next time, or another person, me, maybe for example, me, I got Alex. You got minor. James got maybe Jane. So we need to use self so that we are able to make this one accessible in different instances. So when we are accessing the driver, we will just say self dot driver because we want to access the driver's name at that instance only.
I can tell you this work requires a lot of a lot of practice.
Sure.
So I do self.
And there's one more thing that we will have for it to pick.
It's giving me errors.
This is what you will get, of course. This is expected.
Yeah.
So that's when now we need to change how we call our class. For you to be on the safer side now, when you start talking about instances, all right. So we use a brackets now. A Uber parenthesis supposed to have a parenthesis for it to work now because you've introduced this self, so you have to make it look like an object. Now driver minor is ready to pick you.
Oh, yeah, this one requires some practice.
So let's print type. Just yeah, it requires practice, like you said. So let's print the data type of Uber A. Let's see, is that a class or what is it now?
It's a class.
It's a class object now. Not just a class, but a class object. Remember the other time you printed it was just class type,
Oh, it
without the
was
parentheses.
it was a class type, yeah.
So this is what we call this now a class object. We just created an object Uber. So this is a class object. That's a. So if I come here now, I'm gonna update my driver. Update driver. Right. Let's see what will happen. So if I say Uber A dot driver equals, this is Kamau, and then they call again. I want to call again the Uber. Let's see. Will you get a different value for the driver? You notice that now we've updated, the driver has been updated. So it's driver Kamau who is ready to pick you, not mine. Is it making sense or is it kind of confusing?
It needs practice.
Okay, so in that case, I'll give you another, you for you to define another function and play with it. No, another object actually driver. You can create an object driver. But before that, let me explain here something else. So let's now create another instance before I give you that, so that it will make perfect sense. Second instance. Now this is like the way you just go to bank. So one person is logged into HMA, the other one is DNB, but you are using the same system. But someone is using as Faith, the other one is Jackson, the other one is James. You have different balance in your account. I have different amount, and you won't access my amount. You won't withdraw my money from my account. You only withdraw from your account because that's instant. You just, there's a level of abstraction between your attribute, your values and my values. Like the rate, your account, my account object and yours. So let's create now another Uber A, Uber B. This is Uber. This Uber is a different name. Uber B dot name, no, dot driver, sorry, equals maybe okay, let's print Uber B dot driver. Pass Alex. And then you also print again, request a ride. So Uber P dot request underscore ride parentheses. Alex is ready to pick you. So now you can do another now an object for a driver. A driver has a name, gender, experience, and then driver also. And then a driver can be assigned to a certain let's see, can be driving. You can check the car that he is assigned to, the assigned car, and maybe what can some of the operations can you do with the driver. Okay, or we just continue with this. We can just continue with this and add other functions.
What if I want what you've just asked? Actually, I was going to ask that. What if it's a rider X who's been assigned to a driver Why?
Rider, you mean the Uber itself, eh?
Yes, I'm a customer, Faith, who's been assigned to a driver, an Uber. Why? And
Okay,
that
so
one?
you want to create the instance of the class for customer. You see, a customer is a different entity. So that one is an object by itself because a customer will have different details. A customer will have its profile are different from the one for Uber. A customer has its own variables, the attribute. So maybe you can do that one for a customer. Then a customer can also rate the driver. A customer can also request a ride also.
Because you see, in this case, it's only calling, in our example,
Eh,
it's only calling the driver. It's not calling it's not returning anything about the number plate, the model.
Oh, okay. Because I've not included them. I only use the driver to explain it.
Okay.
You can use the others. You can try
Okay.
with the others.
Okay.
Like we've said, it requires practice. So I want you to practice with the other. Maybe I can give you like 10 minutes. You play around it.
Okay.
Oops.
There. Now I'm yet to learn how to have everything I'm yet to format the string and have everything in one sentence.
Oh, we did this.
Eh?
We did this, right? We did
I
this.
know we did. It just has this enough to now take time and but
What you say?
the shortcut is this one. It has called it.
You are supposed to put them in one line. The
You see, I've declared myself early enough.
okay, we just say driver. Okay, let's do that together.
Sorry.
No worries.
You see, at least I've done the assignment for a start.
Okay, that's good. That's good. No, no, I have no problem. Let me comment
It's
this.
a long way.
So, oops. Oh, okay. This will mess me. just say print which one? Just forgetting which one should start, the name, driver name or the number plate.
Name.
Driver, curly brace,
Or driver's name, eh?
read, yeah, to pick you.
Driver.
Then you will find.
It will be a long one.
Yeah, it will be a long one now.
It's ready to pick you. You will find.
Okay, just check for car number plate.
Check number plate. Yes.
Yeah, another bracket, another space, another dash. Fill the.
Another.
You see, this is more like a dash. Eh? Remember those questions in primary? Those one where you are being car number dash. This you fill in the
Yes.
gaps. So these are the gaps. And
Wait,
then
wait, don't go slow. Don't go too fast.
these are the gaps that will be filled later.
Yes, the gaps are those parentheses, those ones, yeah.
Those are calibres. Eh?
Sorry,
So calibres.
the calibres.
Check car number plate. Model.
Then
Yeah,
comma,
then
huh?
I think you can just put a comma. Yeah, it's supposed to be a comma, sure. So that it look well organized.
Wait, the driver is going to pick minor, then check car number plate, comma,
Model. Which one should model? A comma should be after the model, right? The number plates. Yeah.
you're saying what should be?
Comma. Supposed
Car,
to be after the
no, but
number.
there's a difference. In my case, there's a difference between the model and the number plate. So I
Yeah.
would say car number plate,
Comma.
those, yeah,
Yeah, after
yes.
those brackets. That's what I meant also.
Oh, comma, yes,
Comma should come after them.
yes.
Then now you're done.
Model.
Then after dot now you format.
And the region.
Oh, it will be too long. Let's do this, eh?
And the
After
region.
before
Wait,
the
it's okay,
check.
it's okay. It's okay.
Enter.
And the region, we've not said the region.
I don't know where the region won't matter when you're requesting a ride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's only the system maybe that might use the region to track the car.
And is any comma after model? Just go to the end.
No, no need of a comma, unless a full stop.
Oh,
We are done. We are done with that statement. Now it will be a long one.
I even have an error, my friend.
So let's do this.
Saying
Now
invalid syntax. Why?
what did you skip?
Why?
Why is it telling you syntax before you finished?
On line 11, it's saying print. Is something I've not done right. Driver is ready to pick you. Check your car number plate. Okay. Model. I have a feeling there's something I've done wrong.
But we are not.
Oh, I've not finished.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Where are you getting errors?
Clearly.
Self.
I've not done now format and Ebu, no, it should be
Yeah.
format.
So it will be just, we started with the driver. So comma, then self.
Self, yes.
The other
Wait,
one,
self dot driver.
Then the next one was the model, the number plate.
Yes. See now the it's making sense for me.
Plate.
It should be self,
Comma.
self, yes.
Then the last one is car model. Self.
It should be self.
Car underscore model. And we are good.
Why is it giving me an error?
Which error?
Non-type object has no attribute format. Yes, the same.
Oh, okay. We did it wrongly. It's supposed to be within the bracket for.
Yes.
Supposed to be within the brackets for the printing.
Oh
So
gosh.
you close with two brackets, eh?
Or one.
Two. The one for closing print, the other one for closing format.
Yes.
So that's
Still
one
giving
should
me
work. So now
invalid syntax.
in CQ, check car number plate.
No, it's still giving me, it's giving me invalid syntax. Why again? Let me see.
Which line?
Line 14.
That's now a different line. Which line are you? What's it saying?
It's telling me invalid syntax. Line 14. I didn't call line 14. Can I share?
Yeah. Line 14, Uber. The Uber. Hey, there's something you've done wrong in the line 14. Go back to the line 11, the last part. Maybe that's where the problem started. Yes, that's where the problem started. We need to close with two brackets. Two bracket, another one. After the model, remember you're also closing the print.
Yeah, but I thought I'd put, okay, let me keep, oh yeah, okay. I keep quiet. I thought I'd closed. Mm.
So it was reading it as if it's part of that statement. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you have to use the other. You have to define the driver.
I'm to define the,
You are to practice with the driver.
oh, what about the driver? Oh gosh.
Yeah, you are supposed to create a class for the driver, attribute for the driver,
Mm.
checking the maybe you can also check the description for the driver, the qualifications for the driver. The driver will have experience. As an attribute, we'll have the name, full name, we'll have
Yes. So
gender,
what I love is that I'll have class driver
yeah, then those attributes.
or then the attributes.
Yeah. I wanted you to use that one to practice with that. I don't want to go further because there is also what you'll be doing next. I don't want to do it now. It's creating an instance with its how do you pass in values when you're creating an instance of a class, so that when you are creating this Uber A, we know this is Uber. So that you see now we are coming to say Uber.a name driver equals we are updating. So how do we need a way of creating this instance using our own values, the names, like so that if I want to create a car that is that is where the driver is Alex, I'll not come to decode it the way I did it here. See here, I've just decoded everything. Number plate. I want when I'm creating an instance, I want to be able to define all these attributes. Are you understanding that, or I'm confusing you?
I think you just give me a question based on what we've learned today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to introduce that part because
Okay.
that's what should be next. So let me get a question, then I give you that one. I think I should just text you on WhatsApp because it's a long text description here.
That's okay.
Mm.
So you'll also send me the recording.